Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Autistic Prophet. This episode is titled The Hegemonic Lie. From the point of view of a consumer, the new car is a product. Exhaust is a byproduct. From the point of view of island dwellers whose homes are destroyed by extreme weather caused by climate change. From point of view of refugees whose ancestral desert homes no longer sustain life. From point of view of migrants fleeing war, from point of view of planet with melting ice caps, from point of view of thousands of species that become extinct each year, let me ask you, from these points of view, which is product and which is byproduct? Any assessment of social structures must be made from the point of view of the least and lowest. Rawls repeats in modern jargon what is really a biblical lesson. My soul, stripped of its particularity, is the same soul in refugee and starving child and homeless. From the point of view of the least and lowest, it seems to me false to call this economic system productive at all. The example of producing weapons is a reductio ad absurdum of the modern notion of productivity. The correct name is dictated by common sense. From the point of view of everyone but the consumer, pollution is the product, and the automobile is the byproduct. And the proper name for the activity of creating this product is destruction, not production. This idea that the economic system is productive is what philosophers call a hegemonic lie. In Greek, hegemon means ruler. Hegemonic lies are lies the ruling system makes true in order to assert its power over us. Hegemon wants to recruit all human beings into its colonial war on the poor and the planet. If you think being compelled to work for the system of destruction, euphemistically called production, is freedom, observe that rainforest dwellers are not flocking to urban slums. Another example of a hegemonic lie is the name of government departments. What's the name of the department that enforces titles carried over from the era of legal racism and plea bargains imposed by de facto racist police departments? The hegemonic lie is that this department is called Justice Department. Foucault is skeptical that there could be any truth at all without a hegemon to enforce the meaning of words and sentences. This, it seems to me, collapses an important distinction. The naming of things can be hegemonic, as when the propaganda system teaches you that the Department of Racist Hegemony is a Department of Justice. The naming of things can also be an act of discovery that reveals truth, as when we discover the meaning of the word tyranny is a regime in which a cabal of owner tyrants bribe legislators. Foucault's collapsing of hegemonic and truth-revealing acts of naming is a capitulation of the mind to the hegemon. Truth-revealing acts of naming reveal hegemonic lies to be false. The department that calls itself the Justice Department is enforcing titles from the era of legal racism and plea bargains imposed by de facto racist police departments. Now, there are certain personalities for whom the hegemonic lie is truth. We all know them. Accountants, for example, accept the hegemonic lie deep in their hearts. They devote a lifetime to crunching numbers for the system and never investigate the history of that system or the effect of that system on the poor and helpless. The accountant will say money is a social convention, a unit to measure value, no more hegemonic than measuring inches or grams. From whose perspective, though, will the accountant measure the value of an inventory of missiles and bombs? From the point of view of the victims of the bombs? What is the value of this inventory of production? The accountant's role in a system of destruction compels her to accept, deep in her heart, the hegemonic lie.